Huh. Okay.
Actually, the execution process will take place in stack area.
Hey, call that girl, man. She's telling I think there is no class today.
ஐயோ.
She's texting in the group. We all left her. The whole day, you all people will be discussing the timings and all. Now, when the class started, you left her and came. Okay. So now, once everything got loaded, what will happen? Yes,
Actually, it will
the
take
static
place in the top to
initializer will
bottom order.
execute.
It will execution takes place like a
Yes,
top to
actually, it will
bottom
take
order.
place the top to bottom.
Yeah, sir.
Yes.
And that single line
The,
initializers takes first execute, sir, so that the default value is replaced with the,
huh.
which I mean whatever value we have given, sir. So it is replaced by
Okay.
10. It is replaced by 10, sir.
Huh. Okay.
Then okay.
Then, am I having any other static initializer?
We are having multi-line, sir.
Okay, so this one will also execute, right?
Yeah, sir.
How will it execute?
Sir,
For
here a
anything which is
frame,
having a block, where will it execute? Yes,
a frame will be created, sir, with a number,
a frame will be created where?
with a number in a static area, sir,
In
along with
static area.
F0, sir, F0.
Okay, but what should be the name?
Which one, sir?
This is my method area. What is this second place?
Static
This is
area, sir.
the stack area.
This one stack area, sir. Third one stack area.
Yes, so this is the stack area. This
Stack
is
area.
the static pool.
Sir,
Hey,
sir,
you're
yesterday you
getting
thought
confused, huh?
second one as
This is the
static.
static one, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Static.
Second one
Static
static,
pool.
sir.
Like full stack.
Third one stack
So
area.
at least be confident in what
Stack.
I've told, guys. Ah,
Third
Stack
one
then the
area.
stack
third one
area,
is the
sir.
stack where all the existing records will happen. Yes, stack
And
area.
last,
Now
and
what
last
next?
one
This is the heap area.
heap.
So all the execution part will happen in the stack area. How will it happen? Yes, anything which is having a block for that, a frame will be created. So our static multi-line initializer is having a block. So for that, a frame is created with
Along
what
with a
name?
number FO of I
By
mean
the name
F0.
F0. F0.
Hmm.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Now
It will go on inside. I mean, it will
the
check what is
static
inside that block,
initializer.
sir.
Huh. So it will execute, and
Whatever we have
based
in
on that, I'll get
program.
the output, whatever is there.
Yes, sir. After once the
Yes. So
everything is
whatever
done,
output it is giving, once this static, hmm,
frame will be removed, sir.
once everything is done. So once the
If
execution of this static multi-line initializer is done, what will happen? That this
frame will be
frame
removed.
is removed. Now what will happen?
Then according to our top to
Now,
bottom thing,
am I having any other? Huh?
according to our top to bottom kind of
According to our
thing,
top to bottom thing.
we have some. There is
Uh-huh.
no, or I mean, remaining in the static block, so it is going into main thing, sir.
Uh, hey, we should not it like this, that this thing, that thing. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
So
Okay,
now
okay,
what
sir.
is happening is that now I don't have any other option but that the JVM will call the main method. So now the execution of my main method will start. So for this main method also, what will happen
Main program. Hmm.
is that a
A
frame is
frame will be
created
created.
by which number?
F0.
Again F0, because earlier this was created by the name F0 but it was removed, right? So now again this is the first frame that is being created for the main. Okay, I don't have any other existing frames, right? So this main frame is the presently first frame that I have. Now my main method will execute whatever is there. I'll get the output from that also. Now once the execution of this main method is done, what will happen?
Frame will be removed, sir.
Yes, guys. this frame will be removed. Now,
Yes, sir.
once this frame is removed, the main methods frame is removed, what can I tell? That the entire execution of my application is completed.
It's completed.
Okay. Yes. Yes. This was the entire class loading process, guys. Okay. This was the entire class loading process. Now, yes, guys, anyone having any doubts in class loading? I'm ready to repeat it again, guys, now only, okay? Because our object loading process is also, the procedure will be same only, okay? Yes, guys, anyone having any doubts? No. Okay. So we'll start with the object loading process, okay? But before starting the, yes, guys, no doubts, pakka, right? In object, in this entire class loading process, before I start with object loading,
No, sir.
anyone having any doubts? No?
No.
Prakash is telling yes, sir. Then ask, man.
सर स्टे करिए सर प्लीज.
What? What doubts you're having, Prakash? Ask. Stack area. You're having doubts in stack area. Okay. So, guys, should I tell this program again? Yes. So, okay, guys, I'll tell this program again. Okay. If you have any doubts, it will be created. Make sure that it is your doubts are cleared in this cycle again. Okay. Okay, guys. So first of all, what is going to happen whenever I go to execute, if I want to execute my program, what will happen? A small portion from my RAM is given to whom? It is given to the JRE. Yes.
JRE.
Now, once this small portion of the RAM is given to what? Yes, guys. Anyone trying to tell anything? Okay. So a small portion of RAM is given to the JRE, which is our Java runtime environment, which is responsible for the execution of our entire program. Okay. It gives a suitable place or a platform for our application to execute. That's all. Okay. Now in the JRE, again, the memory is divided into four parts. The first one is method area, the second one is static pool or static area, and the third one is stack area. Okay. Now, what is this fourth one? This is the heap area. Okay. Now, what happens in the method area is that all the methods and the multi-line initializers will get loaded. Now, in the static pool, what happens is that one block will be created for the class static area, and all the static members will get loaded in this. Okay, so the static pool is responsible for storing the all the information of the static members that I have in my class. Now, what about the stack area, guys? The stack area is responsible for the execution part. So if anything is happening in the stack area, once the execution of that part is done, that frame will be removed. Okay. Now, what was this heap area?
Non-static.
Yes, non-static. So anything that we have as non-static or any non-primitive data that we have now, it will go into the heap area, guys. Okay, don't worry, we'll see now only. Today only we'll see all everything that is related to object will go in the heap area. Okay, so now according to this program that we have, that is static int, according to this program I'll tell you the class loading process.
Voice not coming.
Step that is going to happen is that all of this done, everything is done. Okay,
So your voice got break.
Hello, sir. Voice is breaking.
So your voice is not properly audible.
Are
Hello.
only not speaking, so are only silent.
Someone please put message in Telegram. Hello, sir.
yes,
Why
the first
you are
step of the
speaking
class loading process is
Still,
done.
Again, your voice is not coming. Hello, sir.
I'll tell it in this only, okay? So a small portion of the RAM is given to the JRE. Again, the JRE is classified into four parts. That is the method area, that the starting pool and the stack area. Then at the last, there comes the heap area, guys. Okay. Now, according to my program, what should happen? Yes. So first of all, the first step that is going to happen is that class static block, a class static area is going to be created, which is nothing but a block inside the static pool, and it is created by what name? By the class name. The class name for our program is static main, right? So yes, so by the name of our class name, that is static int, block has been created which is known as the class static area. Now what next is that all the methods and all the multi-line initializers will get loaded in the, yes, guys, audible? Yes, guys.
Yes, sir, audible, sir.
Yes, we can.
Okay, okay. No, no disturbances in this, right? In Google Meet.
It is totally fine.
Okay, so now all the method were in the method area with a reference. Okay, for the main method, the reference is 0x1, and for the static block, the reference is 0x2. Okay. Now, what should happen is that my static members, all the static members that I have, all the static members that I have in my program will loaded in the class static area. Okay. So now how will it get loaded? I had a static variable that is int of a, right? So it will get loaded. Int of a got loaded by its default value. In the beginning, it will always get loaded by its default value. And once the static initializers execute, at that time it will be assigned with its assigned value. Okay. Yes. So now single line variable, static variable that I had got loaded. Now what next? I have one static main method and I have a static multi-line initializer. So it will also get loaded. How will it get loaded? So we will have, this is the method signature, okay? Method signature for my main method. That is main and string of array arguments, all of that will be written. Along with that, we will have the reference of the main method, that is 0x1. And for the static multi-line initializer, no method signature will come, only a reference will be stored like this. Okay. Yes, done till here. So now can I tell that everything got loaded, all the static members are also loaded. Now after this, what should happen is that my static initializers will start executing. Whatever static initializers I have in this program will start executing. So I have a single line static initializer and I have a multi-line static initializer. Which one will execute first? As we all know that initializers execute from top to bottom order. So the single line initializer will execute first. Now what will happen when it gets executed is that the variable that was created now, that will only get assigned by its assigned value. Okay, the default value is replaced by its assigned value. So now the new value that is there is 10. So we can tell that this single line initializer has executed. Because of this statement, are we going to get any output or anything? No, right? Only thing is that this right side part will get initialized. Yes. So after that, I have a static multi-line initializer. So how will this execute? So for this, a frame will be created. Okay, a frame is created in the stack area by the name F0. This frame is created. Now this is my static multi-line initializer. So whatever is there, high and all is there. Okay. Yes. Something is there. So that will be printed. Where will it be printed? It will be printed in the output console. I from multi-line initializer. Okay, that got printed. Now once the execution of this is done, what can I do? I should remove this frame. Okay, because the execution of this static initializer is done, right? Yes. So now the execution of this static multi-line initializer is done. So I'll remove this frame once it is done. Then what next? Can I tell that all the static initializers have executed? Yes. I don't have any other static initializer. So now what next? My JVM will go and call the main method. Okay. Now my JVM calls the main method. Now my JVM calls it, so the main method comes and starts executing. Yes. So for this main method to execute, what will happen over here again? Again, a frame is created for the main method. Yes. With the name that is F0 again, because there is no other existing frame present in the stack area. So now the main method will execute. For the main method also, some high statement is there, that is high from main. Okay, so this also got executed. Now am I having anything to execute inside my main method? No. So once this statement is also executed, I can tell what the execution of my main method is done. So what should I do? I will be removing this. Yes, I'll remove this frame from the stack area. Now once I remove this frame of the main method from the stack area, what can I tell? I can tell that the entire execution of my application is completed. Yes. Yes, guys.
So this frame
Guys,
is
any doubts?
so this frame is created for each and every individual once method will
Yes.
use this frame
Each and
to create and then they
everything
will start.
that needs to be executed inside our stack area. For that, a frame will be created. Okay, now the once the execution of that is done, what will be happen is that this frame will be removed. That's all. Okay.
So in the end of that, I mean, after execution, it will again got empty.
What at the end? What will happen?
Will it get empty after execution?
Yes. Yes. Now, once the
Can I
execution
ask
of my
what
main
out
method
of
is
the
also done, yes, yes, sure, ask.
so we have heard a lot that Java is a multi-threading thing. I mean, multi-threading language. So is it same for all the execution since we are so two three program? Let's say I mean two three process is executing simultaneously. So in that case, what would be happen in case of multi-threading
That
without
case
of the
when two,
execution?
three programs are executed, right? Yes, yes, okay. So I'll tell you that there is some concept by the name threads. Okay, guys. So in that we have multi-threading. So in multi-threading, what will happen is that simultaneously all the things will execute at a time. So that can be controlled, guys. Okay, whether it is a thread-safe application or not, based on that, what will happen is that, like for that, guys, if you want, I can give one example now only, but I don't want to interrupt this flow. But if you guys tell, I'm ready to give one example. Yes.
Please continue. We can see it later on. Please continue with the same. I mean, what
Yes,
you
yes,
are.
okay. So specifically, like I'll just tell you what is multi-threading is that like multi-threading in which at a time 2 3 tasks will be done. Okay, at an instant of time, at that instant of time 2 3 tasks will be done. Okay, and maybe whether 2 3 programs are running or 2 3 methods are running at the same time depends on that. Okay, that is only known as multi-threading. I'll tell you in detail, guys. Okay, don't worry. Yeah, yeah, but let's continue for the time being with this. Yes, that is possible what you were asking. Okay, it can be done. Yes, guys, now any doubts in the class loading process? Yes. So should I ask anyone to explain me the class loading process more? You all have no doubts. Yes,
Hello, sir. Sir,
yes,
I had a doubt that the multi-line initializers are executed at the stack area, no, sir?
yes,
What about the single-line initializers, sir? The assigning the value at the static area itself.
yes.
Okay, sir.
So what I mean over here is that it will directly go and no block is needed because like why do we have a over here? Why do we have a block for method? So that there will be multiple, like it can have hundreds lines of instructions, it can have 10,000 lines of instructions, right? So it can have anything, it can be huge. Similarly, for my static initializer also, it can have hundreds of lines of codes, right? Whatever you want to do before the actual execution of my program. So that's why all of this is having a block because it knows that okay, whatever instruction you will tell, I like go and execute. So these are some big operations will happen, right? Big execution needs to take place. So if thousands of lines are there inside this, can it be executed in a single line? No, right? So that's why for that again it is uh, first it got loaded here. Now from that reference it is telling that okay, go and take it from this place and then execute. Okay, so like all the things that is having a block. Okay, now so this method is having a block, these multi-line initializers are having a block. So anything that is having a block, for those things, the execution will take place where it will take place in the stack area, not for the single line initializers. Okay, single line initializers execution won't take place in the stack area. Okay. Yes, guys. Any other doubts?
Not as of now, we can continue.
Yes.
Okay. So, guys, if I give you one program, would you all be able to? Will you all be able to do it? The
Let's try.
tracing part. This is the tracing part, guys. Okay. Yes. Yes. If I give you a program right now, will you be able to trace it? This is the only tracing, guys. Okay. We are seeing where all of this is getting loaded and how it is executing, what is executing first, why we are getting this initializer first. Okay, now this is only the class loading process, and this this memory diagram we have drawn. Now, if I tell you to trace a program, what should you do? You should start tracing your program from this step only. Okay, no shortcuts, guys. Okay, no shortcuts. Don't go for shortcuts. Whatever I have told now, starting from this point till this point, all of this is very important, guys. Okay, this is the entire class loading process. All of this was a very small program. Okay, so we were easily able to trace that program. Okay, but what will happen if you get a bigger program? Yes, will you be able to do the tracing? Yes, guys. Why you all are keeping your mics muted?
So we can try for that.
Yes, let's try.
So should I give it now? Yes. I'll give you one program.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I want you all to do the tracing. Okay. Just a second.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Yes. So I added two more methods. Okay, that's all. One is a static method and one is a non-static. Now, guys, we'll be doing it very quick. Okay. So I'll be asking you all to tell me the tracing part of this. What is happening? Yes. I don't want like only a single person to tell all of this. Okay, we'll do step by step. Okay? Pick some names. They have to tell. Don't tell them it will get compiled and then okay. Yes. Like non-static. What is that, guys? Sir? Yes. What is this part?
Sir, non-static multi-line
Non-static
initializer, sir.
multi-line initializer.
Yes. So it is a non-static multi-line initializer. So, guys, now can you all tell what is going to happen? So I'll tell the first name. I'll tell. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yes, Rizwan, you tell the first step.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Sir, from the memory tar or this program steps?
From the RAM, you tell.
Okay. Actually, some part of RAM is allocated for the Java runtime environment, which is responsible for which helps to keep the good environment for the actual execution of the program, sir. In that JRE, there are four types: method area, static area, stack area, and heap area.
Okay.
Now let's get into the program. In this program, we have one single line initializer and a main. So like that, or
No. You tell like what is the next step?
okay, sir. Okay, the first step, in static area, a block is created. That block is nothing but class static area, sir. That block is
Okay.
known as.
Okay. Rizwan, that's all. Thank you. You said it correct now. Next candidate. Yes. Anyone else who wants to give the answer? Yes. Or should I pick the name? Prakash. Yes, Prakash. Whose food is this? Prakash. Nanda.
Yes.
Yes, Prakash. What is the next step after this?
Sir, audible, sir.
अरे आज ही बोलना प्रकाश.
Sorry, sir.
क्या हुआ? Yes, Prakash, what happened? It's audible. Why Neerja is joining so many times?
Subtitles welcome.
Seriously?
Wow. Rizwan. Wow. Seriously?
हाँ, you want subtitles, Prakash? अब बोलेगा तुम. हाँ.
No, sir.
Prakash अटक
Sir,
गया.
no, sir.
क्या हुआ प्रकाश? बोलो क्या कंफ्यूजन क्या है? अभी तो बताए हो इतने बार. कल से बताओ. बोलो कहाँ कंफ्यूज हो? इसके बाद अगला स्टेप तो बताओ. उसी में कंफ्यूज हो.
सर दूसरे मेंबर के बाद मैं बताऊंगा सर.
क्या?
सर दूसरे पढ़ूंगा कुछ ही ना मैं बताऊंगा.
अच्छा. ठीक है अगली बार प्रकाश. Guys, remind me to ask questions from Prakash only, okay? We are not answering today. From today, all my questions will be for Prakash.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Be prepared, Prakash. Okay, now anyone else? Yes? Neerja.
Yes, sir.
Neerja.
Very Nirja.
Hey, Prakaswa, you have not sent the answer, okay? Now you're not supposed to be a part of the entertainment of the class. Yes, guys, hello. Don't respond.
Yes, sir. We can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
I know it's audible. People are not telling it. Okay, so anyone else? Yes, Ruby? Yes, you tell the next step.
Sir, while explanation, I was on call, so I don't know what was the previous step. Can you please?
Only the class starting area has been created. What next? Yes, only the, you know, right? What is class static area? CSA.
Yes, sir.
Yes, where is it created?
Static area. We are creating file for
For we are creating it for every class. It will have a class static area.
class.
Yes.
For a yeah, we will say that the single initializer as well as the multi-line initializer in two, where the reference ID will be there and the code will be there. In class static.
Class static area.
In
The
class
first step
static
is
area.
okay. No. I was telling that till now Rizwan has said that only a block is created. Yes, am I right, Rizwan? You said only this
Yes,
much
sir.
till now, na? That only
Yes,
a
sir.
block is created. That is the class static area. By which name? By the class.
Class name,
Class
sir.
name.
Yeah, whatever it is. Okay. Now, what should be my next step?
A table is created, sir.
That is later, man. When we are loading at that time, we create the table. Okay.
Then all the methods and
Yeah.
multi-line initializer.
Now all the methods and all the multi-line
Multi-line
initializers will get
initializers will be
loaded.
stored, sir. Loaded,
Yes.
sir.
So yes, Ruby, tell.
So all the methods and the multi-line initializer will be stored in memory method area then.
Okay. So I have three static methods. One, oh sorry. We have two static methods, one static multi-line initializer and one non-static method and one non-static multi-line initializer. So all of this which is having a block will get loaded. Yes.
Yes,
All
sir.
the methods and all the multi-line initializers
Multi-line initializers.
will get loaded in the method area. Okay. Now how will they get loaded? A block is created for everyone and along with those a reference will be there. Yes. Enough. Two static methods, one static multi-line initializer, one non-static method and one non-static multi-line initializer. Yes, that's all. This much, all of this got loaded. How will it get loaded? With a reference, that is 0x1, 0x2, 0x3, 0x4 and 0x5. Yes. Okay. Now, what next? What should be my next step?
The static
Oh, Neerja is back. Now Neerja will tell. Yes. Tell Neerja. Yes. Now all the methods and all the multi-line initializers got loaded. Tell fast.
Now all the initializer will be loaded in this CSA.
Okay. I want
But-
Neerja to tell something. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay, sir.
Ruby. Yes. I was searching for Neerja from that time. Tell Neerja. What next? Yes.
Hello,
Yes.
sir.
Hello, Neerja. Tell the answer, Jamma. What? Tell.
All the static variables are loaded in the class static area.
Okay. How many static variables I have? I have only one static variable.
Only one static variable.
while loading. It got loaded. Yes.
And it always with the default value.
Okay, it is loaded with the default value. Very good. Next.
Mm, and the initializers are executed in top to bottom order.
Oh, now only. Wow. Wow. This all of this will get loaded over here, na? One table will be
Tables
created.
created
And
along 2 column.
I can know like only Rizwan and Ruby and 2-3 people only remember all of this.
sir,
The step that
I am
table is
asking,
created.
sir.
Why? My mistake. It is my mistake, huh? Tell.
It's not your mistake, sir.
When
But suddenly I went, some guests came, mommy called, I went.
very nice then. Suffer. I won't tell
Method
it again.
signature and reference.
Ah. So yes, guys, tell. One column is created for method signature, and the
And the
second one is
reference
for
is
the
Reference.
reference. Now, all the static members that I have over here will get loaded. The class static area. Only the static members, guys, right? Only the static members will come into the static pool, and it will get loaded inside the class static area. So yes, tell this main method will get loaded because yes, it is a static method. The static multi-line initializer will also get loaded. Yes.
Yes.
What about this method, Hawa method? This will also get loaded.
Yes, sir.
What about this non-static method?
not loaded.
No, sir. Not
No,
loaded
this
yet.
Pani method will not get loaded.
No,
Now,
sir.
what about this non-static multi-line initializer? Will it
Not
get loaded in the class static
No,
area?
sir. No, sir.
No. So only the static members will come. So this main method is static. There's one more static method by the name Hawa. There's one static multi-line initializer also. So all these static parts will get loaded. And what about these non-static parts? They won't be loaded in the class. I'm talking
Yes,
about the
yes.
class static area. Okay. Yes.
Yes,
Class
sir.
static. So my main will get loaded. 0x1 is the reference. Now what is next? The static multi-line initializer is there. Keep it silent. Main is there. Then what next? Hawa is there. That is 0x3. Then yes, am I having anything else to load in the class static area?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Okay. Nothing else to load. So what should happen?
Single line initializer, which was default, then we will assign this 10.
Okay, the single line initializer will get
Execute, sir.
executed. This then is
Yes,
assigned.
restored.
Yes, it is assigned. The default value is replaced by the assigned value. That is 10.
Assigned value.
And now what next? Am I having any other static initializer?
No, sir.
No, I have. I
Sir,
have a
that was
static.
multi-line, sir.
I said, do I have any other
Static.
static initializer? You
Okay,
said
sir.
no. Okay. So yes, I have one more static initializer. It will also execute. How will it execute? A frame will be created by the name F0. Static initializer will execute. Whatever is there will get
Print.
the output.
Get the output.
Yes. I from static multi-line initializer will be the output.
Once after the execution,
Frame will be removed.
frame will be removed.
Frame will be removed. I from multi-line static multi-line initializer. Okay, high from static multi-line initializer it got executed. Now what next? This frame will be removed.
Now this frame will be removed.
Yes, now this frame is removed. Now what next?
We'll take the next.
We'll check any other.
Static voids, Hava method.
Hawa
Hawa
method.
method.
Okay, so directly now Hawa method will come out of nowhere.
Sir,
right?
JVM, sir. Now,
Ah, who will call this Hawa method? Huh?
JVM,
This
sir.
funny method. Hey,
No, sir.
which method will be called first by the JVM?
Main method.
Main
Main
method.
method. Yes,
So the
Main
JVM
method.
is responsible for
Where
calling
is
the
my
main
main
method.
method? Ah, first the execution part will start, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, and it starts from main method only.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So my JVM will call the main method. Now the execution of my main method will start. Yes. So now one more frame is created for the main method by the name F0.
F0.
Now whatever is there inside the main method will be printed. Just consider hi from main is there. So it will get printed. Done. Now,
Yes, sir.
am I having anything else inside my
No,
main
sir.
method?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So this our method or any other thing will execute from this? Yes. No.
No, sir. There is no
No,
method
sir.
call statement,
There is
sir.
no method called statement inside my main method. So no,
Yes, sir.
our method will not be called. It will not execute. That's all. I can tell what the execution of my entire program is done.
Over, sir.
Yes, the application is closed. Okay. That's all. I had many other things, but have I called them? No,
No,
right?
sir.
No, sir.
I'm
As it
not,
is
I'm not
static,
calling. Yes.
non-static.
So now we can see that there are some non-static members also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they got loaded in the class loading process. They got loaded. This method got loaded. This multi-line initializer also got loaded. Right? They got loaded, but did they execute, guys? Yes. Did they take part in the execution?
No, sir.
No, sir. No.
No, right? They didn't execute. So now we are going to understand why. Okay, why they didn't execute. So for that we are going to learn a new concept that is objects, guys. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So now, guys, we'll start with object. So now, guys, apart from Java, what do you understand by our object, guys? Yes.
The object is a place or a medium.
Object is a
Place or a medium.
place or a medium.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
I told you apart from Java. I didn't tell you apart from this world. You tell answer.
somewhere I listened, sir. I can't remember. I told.
Oh, okay, okay.
Any such term which has existed in the real world is known as an object.
Yes. 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 Something related to these answers. Yes, I like these answers.
Elements.
Guys. Can anyone tell any other thing for
Every
object?
object
Yes.
will have attributes and behavior.
Oh, now you are coming into Java. No. So I was asking that what do you understand by object? Okay. So this laptop, the laptop that I'm using, it is the object. The table on which this laptop is kept, this is the object. The bed, pen, chair, everything, all of this can be considered as an object or not? Yes. First tell me that.